Hey dolls, welcome to or welcome back to my channel. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And in today's girl talk, as you can see by the title, today I'm going to be talking about how to create and how to have and how to maintain an alter ego. So some of y'all are probably wondering, what is an alter ego? I'm gonna put it in the best words. An alter ego is basically I'd say your desired self slash the highest version of yourself slash who you more so are deep on the inside. I'm gonna give y'all an example. So say you have traits that you love in another person. Say if it could be their confidence. I'm gonna give y'all an example. Say if it could be their confidence, their way that they carry themselves, because they carry themselves so high value and put together. And say it's their funniness. So say you want to apply those things to yourself. That's like basically what an alter ego is, getting the character traits that you see from other people and like applying it to yourself in a way. So I'm trying to find like the best way to explain this so it makes sense. Okay, so I'm gonna just get into like the advice and the tips so y'all can like have a deeper understanding of what I'm saying. So so say you have celebrities that you look up to, that you really like, that you really love, and they got traits or they got things that you really want or ways that you really want to be, specifically ways that you want to be. So say if one of your favorite celebrities is like Maddie Perez because she's confident, and then Cardi B because she works hard, and Nicki Minaj because she gives off very much queen energy. And say if those are your three favorite celebrities, you find ways to apply traits that you love in them, find ways to apply them to yourself. So basically that means you would more so develop yourself into the highest version of yourself, which has those character traits, and you would match that energy, that effort. So with the confidence part, say if you start walking with your head held high all the time, speaking confidently in a room full of people, walking into buildings, not looking down on your phone. Say if that's the confidence part. Say if the working hard part, you start developing a new hobby, you start a new business, so on and so forth. You just really put in the effort for the things that you want. And say if you want to like carry yourself high value, treat yourself like a queen, so on and so forth, you would start taking extra care of yourself. You would start putting extra effort into your makeup, your outfit, your hair. You would start putting extra effort into your works, your crafts, perfecting yourself, so on and so forth. That's basically what an alter ego is. It's developing yourself into the highest version of yourself that has those traits, those character traits that you want. So now that we've got past what an alter ego is, we're going to talk about how to apply it. So say if you got, step one is recognizing your old ways that you want to get rid of. So say if you got issues with doubting yourself or bring yourself down or self-sabotaging, so on and so forth, write those bad habits down on a piece of paper. Get a piece of paper, write those bad habits down, write every last one of them down, and replace those bad habits with a good habit, which is what you're going to change it into. So say if you struggle with insecurity, you're going to write next to that, you're going to transform that insecurity into confidence. How are you going to transform that insecurity into confidence? Like something like, okay, I'm going to transform this insecurity into confidence, and this is how I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it by making affirmations to reaffirm myself that I'm confident, I'm beautiful, I'm loved. Whatever type of affirmation I need to make to fix those insecurities, that way it can transform into confidence, and that's how you do it. So beside every last one of those bad habits, write down what you're going to do to change it. Write down, okay, beside, you're going to write the bad habits on one side. In the middle, write down what you're going to change it to. So for example, insecurity, you're going to change that to confidence. Say if you're say if you self-sabotage, right beside it what you're going to do to fix that, whether that be write the word next to it, what you're going to do to change that into the word that you're going to write down. Meaning, okay, insecurity, confidence, self-sabotage to self-security. And how are you going to do that? Whether you're going to do that by affirmations, whether you're going to do that by being there for yourself more, that's what I mean. So on one side, write down the bad habits. In the middle, write down what you're going to change the bad habits to improve yourself. Then on the other side, on the last side, write how you're going to do it. Now, that's a very effective way to even get started. I hope that made sense, because I have a bad habit of talking fast and rushing to what I got to say, because I be wanting to get my words out so bad. Like, y'all understand, I want to help y'all so bad. So that's step 1 or step 2. Step 1, that's step 1. Now, for step 2, now that you got your answers on how to do it, you start doing it. Start doing it. And here's where alter ego comes in after the healing part comes in. That's I call that the healing part and the awareness part, because you're becoming aware of what the issues are and how you're going to change them and what you're going to do. So now, pick your most favorite celebrities or people that you look up to, or famous people, whatever it may be, whether that be a cartoon character or whatever. Now, take a couple of those person's traits that you love to see in them and figure out how you're going to, okay, let me break it down. I'm sorry. So, get the person that you look up to the most. For instance, mine would be Maddie Perez, because she's extremely confident. Well, that's what she gives off. She gives off confidence. So, say if I was to take Maddie Perez and I was to look at some of her character traits. She's confident. She has a very amazing sense of fashion. She's unique, so on and so forth. And say if I want to apply those traits to myself. So, how I would do this is I would write down the traits that I want to apply to myself, which was the confidence, the uniqueness, the sense of style, so on and so forth. Write down the traits I want to apply to myself and write down how I will try to apply those traits to myself. So for the confidence, say if I write down how I'm going to apply confidence to myself, meaning walking in a room with my head held high, walking around with my shoulders back, head held high, walking like a model, not worrying about gossip, not bringing myself down, telling myself affirmation in the mirror every single day, not trying to be a follower, but be my own leader, so on and so forth. So pick your favorite people, write down some of their character traits that you like, and write down how you're going to apply those things to yourself. That's the fun part. So whoever it may be, it can be 10 people, 20, whatever. Get the character traits that you like in them that you want to apply to yourself, write them down, and write down how you're going to apply them to yourself. Now, when you're done, pray. Pray over it. Pray that this will work out. Pray that you can do this, because when you pray for it, it's definitely going to happen. God will give you the strength to let it happen. God will really pick your head up. God will literally just put the cherry on top to everything. So now that you're clear on the traits that you want and how you're going to apply them, start applying them, whether that be one by one or all at once. So say for the confidence part, you change that about yourself and you start walking around with your head held high all the time. You start basically faking it till you make it. If you don't have the genuine confidence right then and there, you start faking it until you make it. So you start practicing, you start practicing while you're in your room, like having a little microphone and having a concert at like you on stage speaking to a whole bunch of people. That's a huge way to boost your confidence. Say if you start speaking in rooms full of people and just acting confident, so on and so forth, that's another way. Say if you start using your affirmations, there's plenty of affirmations on YouTube and stuff. Say if you start doing that, or you made your own affirmations, you start repeating them in the mirror to yourself every day. Or say if you go in the mirror every morning, every day, and you start basically showing up as your alter ego every day. And an alter ego is not trying to be like nobody else. It's basically being the highest version of yourself. So please don't let anybody get in your head about that either. But say if you go in the mirror every day and you start practicing being your alter ego, whether that be showing up as them, talking to yourself as them, like, or say if you want to do the method where you go in the mirror and you talk to yourself like it would be somebody else, and you show up as your alter ego. That's another way to boost confidence. Or say if you just go in the mirror and you tell yourself affirmations and you hype yourself up. That's another way to boost confidence. Do things that will help you get closer and closer to matching every single last one of these character traits. And the more you practice it, the more it will just be within you. And the more you really bring it out of yourself. Now, this journey is strictly about becoming the highest version of yourself, tapping into the highest version of yourself, loving yourself, really feeling yourself, so on and so forth. So don't let nobody get in your way of what you're trying to do. Don't let nobody throw you off or discourage you. Girl, by all means, get that alter ego. Start showing up as the highest version of yourself. Start loving yourself. Start taking care of yourself. Start doing things differently that's going to make you feel great. And don't let nobody get in your head about it at all. Because it's your journey, your self-love journey, so on and so forth. So don't let nobody get in your head about it. Make sure that you stay consistent on your prayers while you're doing this so it will really work out for you. And start applying your alter ego to like dealing with people and situations also. So say if one of your character traits of your alter ego is not to let hate get to you. So you would ask yourself, how would I deal with hate while being your alter ego? How would I deal with hate? Now, if your alter ego says, okay, say if you put yourself in your alter ego's shoes fully, just show up as them fully, and you look at how to deal with hate, and the highest version of yourself, the most confident version of yourself is like, you know what, we're not going to deal with it at all because we don't have time for that. That's low value energy. That's low vibrational energy. We don't have time for that. So by all means, we're going to ignore that. It's not important. They're not important. We're going to keep our head held high. We're going to continue to focus on ourselves and our goals. We ain't got time to entertain that BS. And that's what you do. Or say if, like, you're dealing with a guy or you're dealing with a girl, relationship type thing, and say if the guy is not necessarily, say if the person is not necessarily good enough for you, like, ask yourself, what would your alter ego do? What would the highest version of yourself do? Don't even say alter ego. Focus on what would the highest version of yourself do, because that's basically what it is. And you answer it. The highest version of myself would communicate with this person, and after that walk away and focus on attracting better and what's meant for me. That's how you do it. Now, once you finally develop into this alter ego, the highest version of yourself, that's how you tap into the highest version of yourself with alter ego. But once you finally get into this highest version of yourself, handle situations differently, carry yourself differently, do everything differently, and always aim to be the highest version of yourself, never nobody else. Don't try and be just like the person. Just have the character traits. Bring it out of yourself. The reason why you admire the character traits so much in them is because you already have them within yourself. So, in that case, focus on being the highest version of yourself. Really talk yourself through it. Really be there for yourself through it. Figure out how you would handle situations and handle things, being your alter ego, being the highest version of yourself. But I hope my girl talk makes sense, y'all, because when I got so many ideas and I just want to get them out there all at once, I start stuttering real bad and I start taking myself in circles. I'm sorry, y'all. But that's it for my girl talk. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and share my page. And I love y'all, and I will see y'all next time.